everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus, and I am going to do a project that I hadn't planned on, but now I'm really excited about. I got some Happy Mail today for the very first time, and it just really made my day, probably made my month. Just so sweet, from Misty Solomon. And I hadn't planned on joining the Random Act of Kindness this month in this group that I've joined, Newbie Junk Journal Makers. But since she sent me something, I'm not obligated to do it at all. But it just really inspired me and I wanted to do it. I'm late to the game. So I'm going to use a couple of things that I already had made and didn't quite know yet what I was going to do with. This one is I made this after watching a video, and I can't remember who the video was by, but I have a video where I show myself making this. And it's got, I have a closure on it here that has a heart, which is one of the themes that we're supposed to use. So I've got, it's actually 2 hearts there. And I made it from Franken paper. And then when you open it, it's got these little pockets here, kind of like a file folder thing. So it's got 3 long pockets. It's kind of like a wallet kind of thing. And then on the back, it has another pocket. And it's pretty sturdy too. So I'm going to make some things to go in it. And so if I understand this right, because it's a little confusing to me, but it looks like what I need to do is an altered library card, which I've got here. I've got the library card here. I still have to alter it. It may have the pocket or envelope, but it's not required. Some junk mail, which I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to do about that, but I think I have some junk mail here. The theme is supposed to be spring or hearts, or, you know, it's supposed to have that vibe to it. We're supposed to use distress, some graph paper, and black. Okay, so I decided the black, actually, even though I use black all the time, the black was the hardest for me to come up with. But I decided my little postage stamps that I made from Melody's DigiKit, the floriculture one that I made my journal from recently, has black on it, and so I'm going to use that for my black. I mean, there is some black otherwise on these things, but, and then the other thing, I had actually made this for myself, and I'm going to have a really hard time giving it up, but I think it'll be really neat, and it has the colors that she says are her favorite colors. So this is a pocket, and it's made from a page of my first novel, Beauty from Ashes, which is now out of print because I've rewritten it. And so I wanted to use the books to make book page stuff so that nobody would read the first version of it. It's now called Nat Will Spring Forth. And anyway, so I had printed some of Melody's floriculture stuff here, which I have on there. And then these are the roses that I had in my journal, and some lace, and some of the trim from Melody's floriculture DigiKit. And I have some little bronze colored beads here and some teal beads from a necklace, an old necklace of mine. And it's all kind of shabby chic, which she said that she likes. So she doesn't know she's getting this from me. I don't even know this person. I just picked her out from the list of people, because we can just pick somebody random from the list and send something to them. RAK is Random Act of Kindness. So it's like so fun. This is so up my alley. Okay, so what I did was, to go along with this, because I want to fill up these pockets, and of course I have to do my altered library card, and I think it'll fit in here. Yeah, it will. So this will be the library card pocket, and I'll make a, I think I'll make the tab out of the stamp and something else, I'm not sure. And so yeah, so I'm going to fill it up. So what I did, I had some butterflies that I had printed out that I really like, and those seem like spring to me, and in the colors that she liked. And we're supposed to use some graph paper, so I've got that here to use somehow. I'm sure I'll be distressing it, and distressing is one of the things we're supposed to do. I printed out this paper just to use for whatever, and I printed the library card I had printed on here. Okay, so what I did, because the library card was white, I printed this background on this paper, which the background is from Pixel Scrapper. And then on the other side I printed this so that everything will have that on the back. Okay, and then I ran it back through my printer and printed all these things and the library card on it. So you can see that the library card has that design on it. So, and I think, you know, I'll probably use lace and maybe some cheesecloth. I started cutting this out and then I realized it just would be smarter to cut it with my paper cutter, because then I can get straight lines, because I seriously cannot cut straight lines for anything. And I just realized that my envelope maker is over on the other table, and I'm going to want that for rounding corners, so I'll have to get up at some point to get it. And you guys, the rest of this, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just, we'll figure it out as we go. I think it'll be fun, right? So I'm going to cut this stuff real quick here. And then we can start figuring out what we're doing. Does that sound like fun? I think it'll be fun. Okay, so I'm late to the game, so that's part of the reason why I decided to use some things that I had already made. I'm sad giving up that pocket, but you know what? I think that's what makes a gift really special, is when you're giving something that you really liked and wanted for yourself, then that makes it really special and meaningful, and it's fun to give a gift that you like that much. And then you just hope that the other person will like it that much too. So see, this has, all of these things have that on the back. So that'll kind of help them all to coordinate. I mean, not that they have to coordinate, but that's what I want. And so just cutting these things apart. And so in this group, it's just really cool. The gal who started the group and who runs it is Melody Huey. And she has a website called Melody Made, where she sells her digital prints and junk journals and other things. And I don't really know like when she started this group, or you know what made her do it. She loves teaching, I can tell that. I don't think I've ever heard her say that, but I can tell that. She's a good teacher. And so she just shares her wisdom and expertise. And one of the things that I like about this group, besides the fact that it's all positive, no drama, all encouragement, really sweet, I love it. And there's another group that I am involved in too that's also just very, very encouraging and sweet. But one of the things that I like about this group is that Melody has made like these units for us to complete, to kind of work our way up to being advanced junk journal makers, which I love, because being a teacher myself, I love things that are well organized, educational kind of stuff, and that's what this is. It's just really fun. So, and there's no pressure. It's like you can join but not do any of the stuff and just learn along anyway. You know, but if you do the stuff, it's just really neat. There are swaps where you have a specific person to send stuff to, and then there are these random acts of kindness where you just send them to someone. Okay, now I'm gonna have to be careful not to hit the camera here because of the way that I've got it. I'm gonna grab my, oh gosh, I almost knocked something over. I'm grabbing my envelope maker because I want to round the corners on these cards. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay. There we go. Okay, this came out kind of white and I was hoping it would be more brown, but that's okay. I think it'll be fine. So this is, I just did a video yesterday. It may not be posted the day before I post this, but I did a video on this envelope maker and how to use it, and part of the reason that I got it is because of this thing to round corners on it, and also a thing for punching a thumb hole, which I really like, because in the past I've had to cut the thumb holes. In fact, on this pocket I cut the thumb hole, and I mean it looks okay, but it's not great. And this will do that for me. So that's just really cool. I guess those are kind of brown, aren't they? Okay. And I just want to quickly get all these corners rounded because I just like that. I think it makes it look, I don't know, it just makes it look cleaner and more usable and everything. And I think I'm going to do that on this too, even though library cards normally aren't rounded, but they don't usually have flowers printed on them either, right? So it's altered already. But I want to do some stuff. I'm not sure what yet, but we're going to do something. Okay, so I've got a butterfly here too, and I've got a bird with flowers on this other card that I might actually use as part of the altered library card. I'm not sure. That's kind of what I had in mind, but I didn't have any specific ideas for how to use it. So we'll see. Okay. And then I've got these little pieces here that I can always use for tabs and stuff. Okay, so what are we going to do with this stuff? Let's see here. I think I do want to put some kind of tab on this because otherwise it's going to fall way down in here. And I do want to alter it somehow by adding something to it. So I'm not quite sure what. So if we add this bird, that makes a nice little tuck spot that could be really cute, and I could even stick something into it. So I think I'm going to do that, and I think I want to put some lace on it too. Just a moment, because I don't want to show you the person's name or anything. Yeah, she likes lace, charms, and beads. So I have beads there. I've got a charm on the wallet thing, but I might add some more charms if I have some charms that I think would be great. So I just need to figure out what would be the best. Okay, so I think I'm going to add some of this lace to the bottom. That would be pretty, don't you think? Okay, so let's do that. Thanks for coming along with me on this, everybody. Not knowing where we're going or what we're doing. Just kind of being there with me. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's do that. Oops, I don't even have my machine on yet. It would help if we turn that on, wouldn't it? Okay. The thing is going to be how to use that graph paper. I mean, I guess I could distress it and then use it like on the back of the library card, because it would make really good writing space, journaling space, but I do have this pretty backing to the card that I'm not sure I want to mess with. Okay, so that's pretty. I should have distressed that before I put it on. That was kind of dumb. So let's see if we can distress it now. There we go. I think that'll help make it stand out a little bit more from the card. Okay, and then let's distress around the card as well. You know what I might do? I have an idea for the graph paper that might be kind of fun. Okay, let's go ahead and distress down here too. Okay, so we've got that so far, but I'm not done with this. I still want to add some more things to it.